We're live. I've forgotten how to do this. There we go. Hide self view. Lorcan's coming in. So just letting the Zoomsters in. Anybody on Facebook and YouTube? YouTube and Facebook. Hashtag live on Facebook and YouTube. Hashtag live followed by your name. Lorcan, Mr. Lorcan, no camera. Miss Noella Staircase. Leo, you shrunk. Leo's half the size he was. I can only see the forehead. The sofa's bigger than you. Ah, there he was lying down. Hello. Right, Noella's in. Catherine's in. Melanie's in. Somebody else is knocking at the door. Alana's coming in. Leo's in. Lorcan's there somewhere. Alex D's in the house. Noella. Hold on a second. I'll let everybody in first. I'm going to see. I don't think I can record this without a camera. I've not got it with me. That's a pity. I think what we'll do, maybe next week. I can't think what. Is that one coming? Because you've got boxes there going across. At the moment, it's 3 across, 3 across, and 3 across, right? So what I was going to ask you to do, we'll do it another time, is Catherine's at the top there. Catherine would go punch Melanie. Melanie would punch Leo. Leo would stamp on Alana's head. Alana is going to back fist Alex D, and Alex D is going to back kick Noella, and then Noella's going to go jump on Adam's head, and then Adam's going to psychic Lorcan. Right? I'm going to get a camera and I'll go 1, 2, 3, and it's going to. And I don't mean the EastEnders thing. You'll all. Somebody else coming in there. They've missed it now. They won't know what to do. Good job. I'm not doing it now, eh? So you're all going to hit each other in a kind of cascade fashion. Yeah? You're going to hit each other. So we'll do that next week when we can all get in. And I'll have a camera and I'll record it. Because I can only record what my camera sees, not what I see on my screen. So I need a camera to see what I see on the screen, record it, and then we're going to cascade punch each other. Yeah? It makes my day, these silly little things, yeah? It's funny. They all bash each other up on the screen. I don't think I've seen everyone. I've seen Opportunity. No, what was it? What was that thing? That TV program? Opportunity Knocks? I don't know. It was people had booths. That's it, Neil. Exactly. Noella's just got a. No, Noella's not there. Alana's just got a punch in the head there from Neil. He went Thor smash. So. Right, we're ready to start. Everybody's in then. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. Good evening. It's Thursday. I thought it was Tuesday, but then that's not normal, not abnormal, is it? Thursday the 25th. If my eyes don't see me. Trying from there, big one. Let's get you through star jumps then. Boring. But you need to get warm before you start. Unless you got yourself warm before we started. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Come on, open the feet wider there. Big step. So you can feel your knees and your thighs working. Jump up to the roof. Jump up to the roof. Forward and back with the feet. Hopefully you're doing this walking. I can't tell, I have no idea. We'll soon find out when you come back to class. See how tired you get. Alright, hands up. Slightly punching. Just square at the moment, it's fine. Like a parallel stance. Fist slightly clenched. Punching away. Long arms, Leo, long arms. Twisting the body. Go on, Lana. Twist. Use the hands. Opposite reaction. Keep the elbows bent. All right. Knee up. One and up. One. You just do it in your own time. I'm bringing my knee up. If I do it in my own time, I can get the knee higher. If we do it at my count, the chances are you won't put effort into it because you'll be trying to keep up. Come on, Adam, get the knee up. Look, the knee up. Not this, not swinging backwards. Knee up. All right, bouncing. So I'm warm already. I don't know about you guys. Warm, warm. Move to the back of the room. Walking stance, middle punch. We'll go 4 forward and 4 back, but we'll do it by count. Right hand, right foot first. So Narani Masugi. Kumbe. First step. And up. 2. Set. Then, backwards and up. 2, set, next, barrow. I don't know what you're doing, Adam, but you're definitely not doing it in time. Walking stance, low out to forearm block, left side, and up. Some people are doing it this high, look. I'm just checking, look. That's better. Here, eh? Alex, well done. You were the one I was thinking about when we did it. Yeah? Down here. Yeah, bend the elbow, set. Next. Backwards and up. Turn. Set. Next. Barrow. Forward step. Reverse punch. Right hand. Right hand reverse punch. Mid. And up. 2. Set. Next. Backwards and up. 2, set, next, barrow, middle out to forearm block, back of power, kandi maki, forward step, left side, and up, out to forearm, 2, set, next. How many of you remember twist at the end? Remember the emphasis last week? Snap, backwards, and up. 2, set, next, arrow, inner forearm block. Kandi palmo is outer, kandi an palmo is inner, an palmo maki. Up. 2. Nobody should be making a mistake here. Crossing the hands properly. Set. Next. Backwards and up. 2. Set. Next. Barrow. All right. Middle inner forearm block. Kandi and Palmaki, Kandi and Palmaki. Then Bande open Sunkutogi. Bande open Sunkutogi. Kandi and Palmaki, Bande open Sunkutogi. Reverse flat fingertip thrust. Alright, ready? Jumbe. So basically sequence 2, the defense in 3 sets firing. Yeah? Hana! Two. Set. Net. Okay, we're going to go backwards. Hold on a second, just let locking back in. Pinged off. Backwards. Hana! Remember, everything's got a twist. You block, twist, and then you thrust, twist, twist. Set. Net. Arrow. Where are we at now? Okay, locking, hopefully you're back in now. Next technique. Ninjutsu and Palmo Kandimaki. So it's the same block we've just been doing, but we're doing it in our sense. Ninjutsu. Not Konden Sogi. Ninjutsu. Ninjutsu and Palmo Maki. Technically, that's not correct. Technically, but that's how we say it. Unless you're Korean, I don't know. Ready? Hana! L stands in a forearm block. Two. Set. Just check your back knee is correct. No. And your blocking hand is in front of your chest, not outside your shoulder. Backwards. Hana! Two. Set. Next. Barrel. Right, coming forward. Ninjutsu Songkal Devi Maki. Ninjutsu Songkal Devi Maki. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Make your hands twist out. Backwards. Hana. Make your hands twist. Two. Set. Next. Barrow. Ninjutsu Songkal Yok Terigi. Yok Terigi. Ninjutsu Songkal Yok Terigi. Jumbe. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Go and smash it out. Don't forget, twist, both hands, backwards, hana. Twist. Two. Set. Next. Barrow. Ninjutsu Sanpao Momaki. Ninjutsu Sanpao Momaki. Jumbe. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Backwards. Tiroki. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Arrow. Anunso Songkal Yok Terigi. Anunso Songkal Yok Terigi. Jumbe. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Backwards. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Barrow. Ganso Pakapamo no punde hechumaki. Gun so. Pakapamo no punde hechumaki. We can rearrange the words. Pakapamo hecho no punde maki. That's fine. Ready, Jumbe? Hana. Tur. Set. Left. Backwards. Hana. Tur. Set. Left. Arrow. The next one. Konde apcha churugi. Bande churugi. Right? You're going to punch to this section, this middle section. But before that, I want you to kick to the same section. Even though I say it, a lot of people forget or can't be bothered, right? Apchagi, konde apchagi, baro churugi, bande churugi. All three are going to this area here, give or take a few inches, right? Give or take a few inches. If you bring everything to your solar plexus, if that's easier, then do that. Midsection is belly button to shoulder. So midsection is anywhere within there. But you're using tools, and certain tools go to certain targets for certain jobs. We're punching to the sternum, right? There are key areas on the sternum. You can punch to the solar plexus, but it's not doing the same job. All right, there's trigger points here or energy points on the sternum. I'd never tell you where because it's too dangerous. But even if you punch the sternum itself, it's a given what that's capable of doing, no matter if you hit the trigger point or not, right? Anywhere along there with the harness behind it, it's always going to be very dangerous. Enough said, right? Kick to the solar plexus, punch to the sternum, punch to the sternum. Right? All three are in this area here. So that's what you're doing. As in dosan, no hechomaki, just kande apchagi, then baro churugi, bande churugi. Jumbe. Hana. Yeah, make sure it's obverse reverse and not reverse obverse. Just check your hands when you land. Remember when you kick, you keep this hand here now. Low aim fire. Pull. Set. Still tricky, isn't it? Especially if you're higher up, because you've got a default, your own default that you've been practicing for quite a long time. If you're a 7th gump, it's easier. If you're a 1st degree, it's easy to slip into something else, even though the kick's different, right? Now, it's a matter of practice. That's it. It's a matter of practice. Now we've got to go backwards. We're kicking with the front leg. Then we've got to load aim fire. This one's going to be slightly easier. No. Ready? Hana. Tur. The number of people go oh, at the end, right? Set. Next. Barrow. Okay, so we've had a little, a bit of, I don't know, a dimple in the road. Let me see you practice that one by yourself. Go 4 forward, 4 backwards a few times. It's not the kick that's the problem, it's knowing what your hands are doing. The load, aim, fire should be that thing that you rely on. That's the framework of a punch. Load, aim, fire. Every punch is a load, aim, fire for you. Okay? So start practicing that. 4 forward, 4 backwards. Go. C-sharp. Load, aim, fire. That's it. Boom, boom. Good. And the same going backwards. Use your lead leg, and then load, aim, fire. I'm not going to say anything about your standing leg at the moment. Oops. A few people know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Load, aim, fire. That's it, Alana. You need to put more power in, Alana. You've got the sequence, but you've got to put more power and effort into your techniques. That's the only thing that's missing, really, is the effort. Yeah? You can work out. You've got the logic. You know how to work it out, but it's lacking power there. All right. Pause for a second. Sure, relax. When I said something about your standing leg, your balancing leg, all right? Are you sneaking a drink again, Alex Lee? Huh? Hey, just you wait till you get back to class. You're going to be stacked with press-ups, aren't you? Sneaking off for a drink. Now, when you're doing that front kick, your standing leg should be front-facing, not sideways, not any degrees around other than 0. Yeah? There. So when you're going backwards, the first one, you're going to use your front leg. That's not the problem. It's this leg needs to straighten up for you to kick. Going forward, if we're there already, we're going forward, it's fine. No problem. But when you're going backwards, you've got to straighten this foot up so that it is a front kick. A front kick, not a side front kick. Any angle of 0 degrees, there's a margin in there, but we'll not discuss that, right? If it's not pointing straight ahead, then it's not a front kick. It's a ski whiff kick, right? It's not on line. It's not a front kick. So technically, you're not performing the technique you've been asked. Technically, therefore, I'm able to deduct points. Yeah? How many degrees in that circle? 359. No. No. Problem. Okay, so have another practice of that. Focusing on that leg. Going forward is not a problem. It's when you start going backwards, then the problems begin. So have a practice again of that same thing you were doing. Front kick, middle front kick, land, obverse punch, reverse punch. Forwards is a double. Backwards is a fiddle. For some of you, it's still a coordination issue. But this should have been sorted in 7th cup. Well, even before that, to be honest. But 9th cups don't get the same sequence as I used to teach. There was no punch, that first punch you did there, Henry. The first punch you're doing, you're going like that. You're going, good. You're not even punching. If I gave you a paper bag, could you punch your way out of it? That's the question. Load, aim, fire. If you move your hands, when you kick, if you move your hands, you've got no point of reference. You go, oh, come on. If you kick your hand there, oh, right, okay, I can load, aim, fire from there. That's fine. All right, come on, stop there. Next one. Dolimiomaki. Dolenso dolimiomaki. We don't say bande. I don't know why. I think it's laziness, really, because it's not an obverse block, it's a reverse block, so it should be dolimiomandimaki. but at the same time, you don't do an obverse one. I don't know, it's just not done. Anyway, let's start. Dolemio-aki. Hana! Back-palmo or an-palmo? Songkal or Songkal-do? There are different types of dolemio-maki. This one we're doing when we connect and finish the block is an an-palmo maki. An-palmo dolemio-maki. It finishes in your chest line. Down, up, down. Remember the arms stay bent, they don't straighten. Set. Neck, down, up, down. Backwards, ta-da. Two. Set. Neck. Barrel. Oh, obviously I'm not working hard enough. The power's gone off. Right? I'm not working hard enough by all accounts. Next one. Ninjaso Songkal Anuro Terigi. Anybody guessing? I think Catherine's got it. Ninjaso Songkal Anuro Terigi. Ninjaso Songkal Anuro Terigi. Now this one isn't a reverse, so the terminology is correct. Because this is an obverse inward stroke. Okay? So that's the technique we're doing. Jumbe. Hana. Not to this direction here. You're not striking dead ahead. You're not striking dead ahead. So I'm not striking to you, because then that contorts the body. The spine's out of line, the hips are out of line, the knees out of line. There's no L stance. You have to L stance it, and you'll find the target point there. The impact point is there. So I need to turn to strike you. I need to be there to strike you, right? And I go back a little bit so you can see the feet. There. L stance. There. Striking you, your neck. You would be standing the way you are now. Yeah, you see over here. Songkal and Nuro. Songkal and Nuro. Inward. Going from out to in. Ear to nose. Strike. Heavy. There's the first one in. Two. Not, yeah, not 12 o'clock. Set. Neck. Backwards. Hana. Two. Set. Neck. Barrow. Now, one thing that's not in the description of that one, and it's not in the terminology that I said, is Nopunde Terigi. Songkal Anuro Nopunde Terigi. Or Nopunde Songkal Anuro Terigi. Nopunde is high section. You need to strike here, eye level, with the fingertips to strike the neck. Yeah, because remember, high section is shoulder and above. The neck is above your shoulder, so it's a high section. You're striking the neck, so it's high section relative to you. Whether they be whether they be 6 foot or 7 foot or 3 foot, 2 foot, yeah? If you're doing a knife hand inward strike down there, that's not high anymore. That's low, obviously. But because we're practicing to an opponent the same dimensions as us, you individually as a person, you're fighting yourself. So that you know where all the points are. High section, shoulder and above, your shoulder and above. Midsection, shoulder to belly button. your shoulder and belly button. Belly button low, your belly button and lower. Right? So everything that's not Bundy, Kondi, and Najundi is relative to your frame, not your opponent. So if I had someone really tall and I did a middle punch and it hit him lower than his belly button, it's still a middle punch, even though I've hit him in the bits. Right? If it's a very short person and I do a middle punch, but I punch them in the head, it's still a middle punch for me, my middle punch, even though I punched him in the head. Okay? So when you talk about high, middle, and low, it's your high, your middle, and your low, not your opponent. So remember that. Yeah? Next technique then. What was the last one we did? Songkal Dundurigi. Gaburio Jupasogi A. On one count. Next count, Yok Cha Churugi. Landing Yinjiso Songkal Debian. This should all be logical. Yeah, if you've seen what we've done from start to now, this point here, we've worked our way through the grades. So now we're doing Gaburio Jupasogi A, Yok Cha Churugi, Songkal Debian. Right? So the first count is going to be this. Hana, Tul, and down. So Hana and Tul. Hana is bending where he stands. Tul is kick, then land. Right? Jumbe. Hana. This is the worst bit. Yeah, this hand's too high for me, it should be middle. Some people do that, you put your hand too high, bring it down to your shoulder line. Tul! Yeah, you try and control everything, or you try and get it over and done with quickly so you don't fall over. Challenge yourself, do it slower. Do the block quick, hold it, kick fast, but land slower. Hana! Tul! Hana! Tul! Hana! Watch where you kick there, Jonathan. Tul! That was a terrible side kick for me, so I'm going to do it again. Right, backwards. When we go backwards, step, guard with the front foot. Hana! When we kick to the camera, then put the foot behind us, still facing the camera. All right? Turn. Hana! A little bit wobbly today. Turn. Hana! Turn. Hana! Turn. Arrow. Sure. These are the types of techniques people avoid, or the sequences that people avoid practicing. If you follow this video again another time, we've gone from white belt all the way up to green belt so far. That was a snippet from green belt 1 yo. Right? Now we're going to pick techniques from Yul Gok. Jumbe. We'll pick it nice and easy one. Song Badak Gok Chamaku. Sombedak gochumaki. Ganun so, sombedak gochumaki. Hana! Two. Set. Next. Now ask yourself when you're going backwards now, if you any techniques that we do tonight. If it's not slow motion, how fast should it be? If it's not slow motion, how fast should it be? Backwards. Hana. Two. Set. Next. Now we're going to do the same thing forward, but it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Sombedak gochumaki, then bandemaki, then baro chirugi. You know the techniques, you know the sequence, okay? Ready? Hana! 2. Set. Next. Backwards. Hana. 2. Set. Next. Barrow. Sure. See, even that exercise there gets you nice and warm, doesn't it? Now, how many people are stepping backwards, lifting the rear heel? Huh? Who's going backwards doing this first? Who's doing this? Going backwards instead of this. Backwards. Backwards. So your foot's flat on the floor. I bet you 9 out of 10, or how many are there? 3, 6, 9. 9 of you. I bet you 8 out of 9 of you are lifting your back heel. I say 9 out of 9, but just in case, right? Next one. Sansong Kalmaki. Niya so Sansong Kalmaki. Jump. Hana. Going off for slow in the taking there. 2. Set. Next. Backwards. Hana. Back heel, toes. Set. Next. Barrel. Sure. Going back in an L stance is a lot easier because your foot's already turned at an angle. It's easy to kick the heel down going backwards. But in a walking stance, people are doing this. And they're pushing. Watch the energy. Watch the energy. I'm going forward, then pushing backwards. If someone's attacking me, I'm going forward towards them and then moving out of the way. Huh? Was that what you would do if a truck was coming towards you? Would you go towards the truck and then move out of the way? I doubt it. I doubt it very much. You'd probably go, ow, away from it, wouldn't you? Quickly out of the way. So when you're doing Taekwondo, why do you do this? Why? Have you got time, have you? Have you got time to go like this? Towards, hello, how are you? Out of the way, because ha. No, I don't think so. Bat on the nose for being so smarty pants. Eh? Bang for being hello, bang. You haven't got time to do that, so don't do it. Don't practice it because you will do it. Right, next technique. Just check the time. Load the time. We didn't do it 7 o'clock, so we'll do it now. Non pundi, pakapamo no pundi maki, bande churu. Okay? Ganon so, pakapamo no pundi maki, bande churugi, or kandi bande churugi, right? Middle reverse punch. Hana! We've started already, Henry. Two. Set. Now. Now then, what have I just been talking about? How many would have remembered without this intervention? If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's why you're doing it. Backwards. Now. Turn. Set. Next. Barrel. Show. Hands up if you knew what I meant by intervention. Leo's got his hand up. Two. I think that's Catherine. Yeah. 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 Right. What I meant, for those that haven't got their hands up, I told you a few minutes ago, going backwards in a walking stance, don't lift the heel and then push back. What you should be doing is sitting back, down, up, down. All right? You have to build your muscles to do that because for whatever reason, I don't understand it really, we do this because we think it's better. But I think it's because there's no threat, right? If there was a saber-toothed tiger all those hundreds of thousands of years ago, I'm pretty sure we would do that anyway, not naturally. But for some reason, our 21st century selves are doing this. For some reason, we think it's easier. It's actually more energy. You're using more energy and going in the wrong direction, wasting time, and then pushing back. But if you just went like that, if you just bend your back knee, you've started the wave. You've started the energy moving. It's a ripple. If you don't do the ripple, push. If you start a ripple, the energy is moving in a wave. You started the wave. You go with the wave. But if you go forward, you're going and then pushing. So you're using more energy and it's too slow. All right, so bear that in mind for the next one. Well, the next time we do it. The next one we're going to do, we're going to do 3 movements now. High out forearm block, the Pundi Maki, Bande Churugi, and then we're going to do Kyochi So, Damujuwa Kyochi. All right? Start at anyone you want. I'm going to go right foot, right hand. Hina! Now we're going to carry on. 2. Okay, now we're going to just pivot and carry on with the same foot. Hana! Two. Tira. Well, it should be high block. It should be a high block. Now stepping forward. Hana! You should be on the other side now. You should be. 2. Pivot and turn. Hana! 2. Tira. Barrel. Sure. All right, just a different way of doing things. If we have to do tira, we have to do a tira and do a block. If we're not told anything. If we're not told anything, we do tira and do a block. All right? So if we're doing high punch or fingers or strikes, whatever, and we do tira, default. Low out the forearm block. Tira. Low out the forearm block is a default. If we've been doing an attack. If we've been doing a block, whatever block, and we have to do tira. We do that block. If we've just done a block this way and we're told tira, we have to turn and do that same block the other way. I just demonstrated the linear marking, okay? Tira. So I do that block. If I'm doing a punch, tira. Well, it wasn't a block, was it? So I do a low block. I do a block from tira. But if I say executing a high punch, tira, then you do that punch, you do that attack. All right? Just bear that in mind. Some of you know that already, but just thought chuck it in. Next technique. Kiokcha jumak nulio maki. Kiokcha jumak nulio maki. Left foot in front, left hand blocking. Other one holding T. Right? This foot forward, this foot block. It's an obverse block. This one holding T. Hopefully you're all right there, Henry. Yeah? Medication will come soon. Don't worry. Putting the hands there. Right? That's what we're doing. Exactly right. Ready to be. Left foot, left hand. Enough. Come on, Adam. Two. Set. Next. Now, if you notice, when I'm doing this, I don't stop and then continue. I flow into the technique. You flow into the technique. Once you start moving, you don't stop until you complete the technique. So I'll demonstrate first. I'm going to go back and blow. Enough. Two. I'm going to say it again, right? What's your back foot doing? Set. Yeah? As long as it's doing the correct thing and not doing the wrong thing. The only right thing to do is bend the back knee. If you bend the back knee, the foot has to hold the weight of your body because you've just shifted it onto that foot. You have just shifted the weight onto the back leg by bending the knee. Down, up, stand. Sit down. All right. One more if you can fit it in. Some of you are near the back. Let's just do one more. Sit down. That's it. So up first would be same foot, hand under. The underneath hand is the one that's blocking. All right? Barrel, step up. Everyone's going to do the same thing now. Kiokcha jumak nuliomaki, sangjumak seiruchuru. Now you only do one step. You step into the block, then you do smashy with the two hands. Okay? So let's go left foot, left hand, to there, and now. Now again with this, the energy, once you start, you don't stop. So I just find that is down, up, down, down, up, down. At no point did I stop, pause, rest, or anything. I didn't go this. Up, I didn't go up. I didn't stop. 1, 2, right? 2. Set. Neck. Backward stepping. Hands. 2. Set. And one more. Neck. All right. Parallel. Sure. You're going to practice this one by yourself. 4 up and 4 down. I don't know how much time we've got left. What I want you to focus on, from the block, you're going to bring the hands back and not behind you though, just in front and at the side. Yeah? Looks familiar. Dolimio looks familiar, Sonson Kotogi. But when you go to punch, down, up, look where the hands come to. Down, up, down. You're punching. When you punch, your hands twist into the target. So make sure you're doing that. You're not giving him a cuddle. You're not giving him a nice to see you. You're going in, right? These two, in that side, out the other, right? In a non-contact sort of way. That's what you're practicing now. Go forward 4 or 3 or whatever it is you're doing. Practice these 2 moves. Kyochi Jumakulioraki, Sanjumok Seikochuriki. Sisha. Remember your back heel when you're going backwards. Alex D, go back and start again. What's your back knee when you do the second technique? Down, up, boom. Down, ass better. Yeah? So you do on your marks, get set, go. You don't collapse. You've got to go on your marks, get set, go. Yeah, go on and carry on. Smashy, smashy. You're breaking bones with this one and this one. Ah, that was strong. Catherine, that was a good one. There's a nice snap at the end of the Sanjumok Seikochuriki. Are you all right there, Leo? What's happening? Come on, keep practicing that one. Try and get your muscles working. Try and snap into the punch. Everyone can do the block. You're just dropping your hands down. There's still a twist though. But here, this one's harder to do because of the way the muscles are firing. The arms aren't too straight. You should be straightening them. They should be bent. Alana, just keep checking your arms. It's not fully straight. That's it. Look at the distance. It's almost like a middle block or a high block, you should have said. Yeah? If I do a high block, there's a vertical punch there. Look, high block, twin fist. There you go. That high. Leo, down on the block, that's fine, but on the punch, down, up, down. Drop the back knee. On your mark, get set, smash. Hands up for the punch, Adam. Your hands are too low for the punch. Hands up. There you go. Yeah. So this is a new one for you. It's not really a 5th cut or 4th cut technique. 4th cut. Yeah. Right, everyone stopping it. Go to the back. You're going to do 3 techniques now. It's just for this. I mean, it's not to say that it can't be used. It's not to say it can't be used, but just take them as they are, right? First thing you're going to do, wedge, X, punch. So you do the same as you've just done. You just put a wedge in first. Wedge first, X fist down, and then 2 fist punch. Henchomaki, Nuliomaki, Chirugi. Right? We're not going to do counting. You can do it in your own time because you've all got different lengths of pole or rooms there. So start practicing those 3 techniques on this, the floor that you've got. Wedge first. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Alex D. I'm almost finished. Oh, wedge first. Sorry, that's my fault. I was watching someone else. Wedge first. Hecho, Nulio, Chirugi. You've got to use the body though. The body's got to be part of the punch and the block. Using your mass in the technique. Blocking. 1, blocking. Punching. You've got to use your mass. You've got to use this knee spring. We're exaggerating a little bit, but that's purely for practice. Yeah, good correction, Melanie. The X, yeah. You fixed it though, didn't you? You did it wrong, but you went, oh, that's not right. So you know, if you're aware, you can change it. If you haven't got a clue, then no. Don't drop the hands after the punch, Milan. Your next thing, after the punch, you're going to do a block. So don't drop the hands and then go into it. Huh? There's the punch, you're going to do a wedge. So get the hands into the ready position for a wedge. You're doing a sequence, so keep yourself ready. Oh, somebody's pinged off. It's got to be Logan. Leo, there's no power in that. That head show, Mackie, there was nothing in that. Right, come on, stop there. Relax. That's the end, unfortunately. The countdown has begun. Outdoor classes from Monday. I'm going to send the list again where the classes are. Mondays in Borden, Tuesdays in Alton, etc., etc. And I've got classes in Borden and classes in Alton, right? So right now, we're still limited in what we can do, and we're limited in numbers. I don't want to put 6 days of classes on and only get a handful of people turning up. All right, but there are enough classes for everybody on the subscriptions that they're on, which is great. When it comes to April, what they've said is kids classes indoor first, and then I think it's the week after or 2 weeks later, then adults can have classes indoor. Right? But that's not to say we can't have adult classes. It just means that kids will be indoors, adults will be outdoors. And it's not too bad at the moment. I mean, this is dark right now. 8 o'clock is dark right now, yeah? I can't remember which way the clocks spring forward. So at 6 o'clock, it's going to be 7 o'clock. So it's going to be dark again. I can't remember. Yeah, so where it would be light maybe at 7 o'clock, it will now be 8 o'clock. Well, that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. So 8 o'clock, yeah, so it might be slightly lighter. Not a lot, but slightly lighter. At 7 o'clock for adults and 8 o'clock for the time we finish. But this place here is quite good for lights in Borden. In Alton, I think they've got outdoor lights, but not on the field, only on the playground. But that's all right. We can be in the playground. We've still got our shoesies, right? We can do Taekwondo in our shoesies. So we'll probably be in the front of the school where they've got outdoor lights. So don't let that put you off. Wooties and Beehive. Beehive is in Borden, Wooties in Alton. You know anyway. Right, so we're going to finish, but the next class is, I was going to say Thursday again, but we're on Thursday already. Tomorrow, Friday, Kicking Tigers, a bonus class, and if anybody's got something specific that they want more information of that will fit in a 30-minute class, just send a message to me and I'll make the bonus class about that. Last week I did one on tying a belt, right, which is very important. One for tying a belt, and it specifically covers black belts as well. Getting the rank and the shining side of the rank. Yeah, quite important. I think Catherine manages that. Logan, I think, still has trouble with that. The kids will do. But it's good if you practice how to do the knot properly as well. The knot is a specific knot, and I've not bothered about it before, really. It's a box knot, right? But people are making fusses on it. But how to do it properly, if you ever want to know how to do it properly, the video last week covers that. If you can't find it, I'll try and rename it so it says, because it just says bonus class, but I'll try and rename it so it says how to tie your belt. Which should be useful, wouldn't it? Right, so we'll finish, and I'll see you tomorrow's class, and then Saturday class, and then Monday, just outside there. Carry on. Chung. Ciao for now. Enjoy your dinners. Don't forget, when you step backwards, don't lift the heel. Bye for now. Bye for now, Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget hashtag replay if you've done this, and don't forget to put your name. Hashtag replay, then your name. Yeah? Bye for now.